Welcome to the Liminal Open Codex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Liminal Codex. This is Anna. If you guys have missed any of the astrology videos that I have already put out, make sure that you go back and check those out because there is a lot of never before seen energy that is maybe making you feel a little uncertain or unsure about some things that are going on right now. I know that confusion has been a bit rife in my life. Some days I wake up and I'm like, am I living in a dream? And am I living in a simulation? I feel confused, yet I know exactly where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. I've got my full day planned, but it feels very unreal right now. And I think that is the Neptune and Pisces conjunction that we have coming up. But even more interesting, we have the bookend. So last fall, we had the solar eclipse in Virgo, right? And then now we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo. So the solar eclipse kicks it off, just like we had the solar eclipse in Aquarius. In the fall, we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Aquarius. So these are bookend eclipses. The one that we had it was in September of last year. This is the result of that. So, yeah. In Pisces, 6 months. We're zodiacal opposites, right? So, this is saying, okay, did your manifestations come to fruition? What is it that changed? What is it that was revealed to you that hasn't been addressed or needs to be addressed? What is now going to be the completion of this change that took place between the last eclipse in Virgo and this eclipse in Virgo? All right. So do keep that in mind. So we're going to be taking a look because this is a lunar eclipse. This is about deep emotions. I mean, every eclipse has something to do with the moon and with the sun, obviously. But this is going to be about how we feel about everything that has occurred between the solar eclipse in Virgo and this lunar eclipse in Virgo. So what emotions have been revealed in that period, in that time span, those 6 months, right? So I want to see what is still hiding in the shadows, what is going to be revealed, and I want to see what it is that we can look forward to. So I'm starting with the positive first. What is it that we can look forward to, please, ladies? What is it that we can look forward to? What is it that we can look forward to? Something positive to start off the reading. Okay, leadership. For some of you, this is asking you to take the lead in your life. Leadership. Okay? Thriving. Where can you thrive? How can you take leadership to thrive? But there's always something that is staying in the shadows, something that it has yet to reveal itself, or that is a challenge. What deck do I want to use from my collection? Let's do. You know what? Let's do the Bone and Bloom. I love this deck too. I love all of the decks that I create. If you're interested in any of the tarot decks that I use here, they are available for sale through Etsy. I need to get another of the Lolita Unleashed deck because the one that I have is reserved for myself. Just readings for me and for my husband. So, all right. Okay, what are we missing? What is still hiding in the shadows? What deck? What is still hiding in the shadows? I feel like this is calling me. What is still... No, this one. What is still hiding in the shadows? Thank you, ladies. Okay, that was quick. Tempest. Ooh, okay. Some of you, this is about resisting leadership. For some of you, this is saying, am I up for the... Some of you are really feeling... well, okay. We have the alchemical symbol for water here on the card. This may be a tempest of emotions. We also have upheaval. Shoot. Oh. And it's weird because I'm seeing as above, so below. And the sheep on the... wow, okay. The sheep in the meadow. It's like upheaval. Tempest. Upheaval. Maybe a lot changed. Maybe you did take the lead on something. And it changed. Your trajectory, your relationships, your view of something. What is this about? What is this about, please, ladies? What is the tempest about? Let's clarify that first as the tempest. The Ten of Pentacles. This could have been within a family. This could have been something that you had hoped would be stable, that would be long-term. All right? The Ten of Pentacles leaving a legacy. The Wheel of Fortune. Fated, destined. Okay. Change. This could have been something that you chose to end because you saw that this was a karmic tie. If that is the case, you've completed whatever this karmic relationship was, even if it had been 10 years, even if it was something that you thought would be, for some of you, this was something that was on and off, all right? It could be within a family dynamic. Maybe you and your sister, maybe you and your mother, maybe you and a sibling or relative don't get along all the time. Maybe that's finally come to an end. Maybe the tempest is finally settled. Maybe this is a I want to see what more about this Wheel of Fortune specifically. The Four of Wands. Yeah, this was definitely something having to do with house or home, a stable foundation or something that you thought was stable. Perhaps you moved. Perhaps this was something that I mean, hey, tarot does not have to always be, I know it's boring, but tarot does not always have to be something that is earth-shattering, life-changing. You may have really, really thought that the house you were living in was the house that you were going to stay in for 10 years. Then the neighbor moved in, and the dog would not shut up. And you just said, I can't do this anymore. All day, all night, all day, all night. And you had to move, or you chose to move. Maybe there was a big blow up that you had with someone in your family, and you're saying, okay, well, we used to live together. Maybe you were living together with a cousin, a mother, an aunt, a sibling, and you said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. You party too much. You're always doing this. It's over and over and over again, and you broke with whatever this is. You cycled it out. Whatever this is, ultimately, the energies are disruptive to something that was supposed to be stable. Stable. With the Wheel of Fortune in the middle. Okay, what more about this? What more about this? The Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like you had to learn this the hard way, I feel like. I'm sorry, but yeah, sometimes we do. The Ten of Swords. Oh, the really hard way. Like, yeah. You may have felt betrayed by the situation. This person may have felt betrayed by the situation. But I feel like ultimately you had to take a stand. That's what leadership is all about, is knowing when to lead and when to follow. I feel like you said, I can't be a part of this anymore. I've got to make a decision. Even if it hurts, even if I have to hurt someone's feelings in the process. Even if I have to speak a truth that they don't necessarily want to hear. Even if I have to acknowledge a truth that I don't necessarily want to see. I have to do this. Or else the tempest continues to rage. There was a time whenever you had to take matters into your own hands. And the leadership card is kind of giving me forward momentum. It is kind of telling me the Chariot, the Emperor. Well, let's see. Leadership, please, ladies. What is it that the collective took leadership on? Okay. I feel like it took a little while. You had to wait. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get these out. And read this holistically. Okay. Yeah. Temperance, Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. In order for you to take leadership, I feel like you had to be patient and nurture the stability of something for it to be successful here. Yes, it is wish fulfillment. Yes, it is a healing experience, but it's also about death and transformation, Plutonic energy. We're seeing that a lot right now. Again, I go into it in greater detail in other videos, 1111 right now on the counter. Aquarian energy, Scorpionic energy. We have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio here in the Wheel of Fortune. We have Temperance being Sagittarian energy. What is this death? What is the death here? What is this? What is the death? The Nine of Wands. I feel like some of you said, I have to break through. I have to finally finish something off. I have to take leadership, and I have to make that final last push so that I can get to the point where I can drop whatever this burden is, the 10 of Wands. The Wounded Warrior is down but not out. It's about, I need to change my tactics. I need to change something here, death and transformation, if I want this star. What is this star? What is this star? What is this? What is the star? The Four of Swords. Holy shiitake. I was just going to say, if the Four of Swords comes out, yeah, this is time for you to rest, heal. For you to take a moment to see how far you've come, to see what you have endured, the changes that you needed to make, the reason that you had to take the lead in this. Looking back on this, I feel like the Four of Swords is asking you to take time to process all of this. This is a lot, what I'm saying here. And there's that damn dog again. Yep. The Eight of Cups. Underneath the bottom of the deck. You had to move away from this. You did. You had to, the King of Wands, take active action in order to do this. Take leadership. The King of Wands is a natural leader. Leo, Sagittarius. And strength. Leo energy. Yeah. It's like you really did need to, well, okay. I'm Iniki, from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Take the bull by the horns. Okay. Taurus could be an important placement for you. Take the bull by the horns. Tame the inner beast. Leo energy here. Strength. Have the strength to take this active action and just rip the Band-Aid off and walk away from whatever this was. The Hierophant. It's like you said, I have to do right by myself. This isn't where I'm being, this isn't in line with my morals, my ethics. Something here changed. And I don't feel like it was a subtle change. Not if it brought about the Ten of Swords and this Tempest that I'm seeing here. Death. This feels like it took you a little while to get the strength to move forward on whatever this was. To move away from whatever you had to leave behind in order to embrace something new. Strength. Leo energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. Temperance. Patience. Sagittarian energy. The Star. A guiding light. your North Star, the North Node, your soul's purpose. We've been talking about that a lot. Hope, faith, healing, Aquarian energy, death and transformation, Scorpionic energy, Plutonic energy. I want to get an advice card really quick. I'm tempted to use that one, but they're calling me toward this one. Okay. Trust the lesson, not the pain. Okay, you got a lot. I'm gonna read them all. I'm not going to put any of them back because I feel like they're all relevant. Trust the lesson, not the pain. You weren't meant to stay hurt. The pain was the messenger. Ten of Swords. The wisdom is what you carry forward. From the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Understand soulmate lessons. Okay, for some of you, yes, this was something that you thought would be long term. Understand soulmate lessons. Soulmates come to teach us. Okay, there are something called stepping stone soulmates that are meant to get you from one area of your life to the next. They're not meant to stay with you forever, but they are meant as a catalyst for you to take the right path that will lead you where you are meant to go. Embrace the lessons they bring, even if they are hard to swallow. The Wheel of Fortune. This did create a change, right? Face control issues. Trying to control others only limits your own freedom. Again, if you are saying, I don't want things to change, I don't want things to change, I don't want things to change, you're fighting against the current. If the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, any of these things comes out, even death, it's Plutonic energy. Pluto is lit up like a Christmas tree. Very, very soon here. You can't stay stuck doing the same thing that you always do and expecting a different result. Einstein. Keep doing the same thing, get the same result. Let go of the need to control and trust in the flow. Some of you just need to let go and say, I trust the universe, the Wheel of Fortune. What may be, may be. Que sera, sera. Right? Choose wisely. Every choice matters. This is what I'm saying. It's not that you are splitting timelines, that you're going to different planets or anything like that. It's what road do you take? Okay. If I choose to get up in the morning and go work out, odds are I'm going to have a better day overall than if I chose to do absolutely nothing. There have been so many Two of Wands moments in my life that have taken me down completely, vastly different paths. But they each had lessons associated with them that I needed to learn in the time that I needed to learn them so that I could be where I am today. Choose wisely. Every choice matters. Choose with intention, and your future will align with your soul's purpose. It's not that your future will align with your soul's purpose. Your soul will align with its own purpose. Okay? That which you resist persists. The more that you fight against something that is calling you to make a choice or to go a certain direction, the more that it will continue to pester you, to persist until you address it. Okay? All right. Tempest, leadership. So this is what you're moving out of, and this is what you are moving into. I feel like this is, and temperance in and of itself can be about healing, about reconciling within the self. Okay? Reconciling within the self, balancing things out, alchemizing the pain of the past, what you've gone through, what you had to leave behind, and the outfall of it, and turning that into success, nurturing that into success. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. We have Strength, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Then we have Scorpionic energy in the Death. Okay, guys. Oh, Leo, Sag, and Aries, and the King of Wands as well. That is where I will leave this. Let me know how and if this resonated with you in the comments down below. As I said before, these are all collective, timeless messages. So whenever they find you, then look back and say, that did resonate with what was going on at a certain point. Look back in the fall and see what it was that was on shaky ground that needed to go or change. And see where you're at today. See if those two align. If not, then maybe you will see this come to pass. We're all on different timelines, so this may have already happened. This may be something that is yet to come. I cannot tell you exactly where you are on your path, but I can say choose wisely. All right, guys, I'll see you again here soon. Until then, take care.